Hi everybody. So my class activity is based off of chapter 7, which is language. And so I'm going to screen share my PowerPoint with you guys so you guys can follow through as I discuss. So my topic is recognizing barriers to listening, which is in page 202 of the textbook if you guys want to take a look. And Interplay describes 4 common barriers to listening. And so I'm going to list all 4, and then I'll go through and discuss each of them individually. So we have information overload, personal concerns, rapid thought, and noise. So information overload is that idea that we have so much information coming into our brains, into our minds, from so many different sources that it's just impossible for us to retain all that information. So it's almost like if you were sitting in just a really noisy crowd of people, you're having so much noise that it's hard to listen to one thing. But let's say your friend goes and calls your name, your brain's gonna choose to focus on your name being called. It's to keep your brain from not getting overloaded from everything that's around you. And that's one of the barriers. The next one is personal concerns, which is pretty straightforward. It's basically saying that if we have any personal concerns, they're going to be more important than anything we're hearing from somebody else. So if you're really worried about an exam and you're talking to a friend, you're not going to be worried or even listening to your friend and what they're saying, because what you're thinking about is more important to you. The third barrier to listening is rapid thought. And so our brain can process words quicker than a person can actually say them. And so this creates this spare time in our mind. And it's in that spare time that our brain actually does other stuff. So it's like daydreaming or thinking about other things going on in your life, or maybe planning a response to another person. So if you're having a conversation with a friend, it's like back and forth, and your friend is speaking, you're going to be listening to what they're saying, but your mind's going to be processing the words quickly. And so you're going to be using that time to plan how you're going to respond to your friend. But when you're thinking about that response, sometimes you miss something your friend is saying. So it's going to be a barrier to your listening. And the final barrier is noise. So this one's pretty straightforward too. It's any distractions in our physical or mental environments that are going to keep us from listening. So let's say you're sitting in a lecture and the professor's teaching, but you have people in front of you, they're having a conversation. Someone to your right is on their cell phone texting, and you're tired from the night before. You're not going to be able to listen as well because you have so much noise and so many distractions around you. So it's going to create a barrier to you being able to listen to the professor. Okay, so finally is the activity. And so I'm going to go through all the different slides so you guys can kind of see what I'm talking about as I go through the instructions. So you're going to see on this slide, there's 4 links to 4 different videos. You're going to click through and you're going to watch each of these videos. And when you finish this, you're going to go to Canvas, and there's going to be a quiz you guys can take. And it's going to be about these videos. So when you're watching them, just keep an eye out for these barriers we just discussed, and that'll help you with the quiz. And then after you finish that quiz, you're going to go stay on campus, and there's going to be a discussion board. On that discussion board, you're going to answer 2 of the 5 of these discussion questions. And after you do that, you're going to go to another student's response on the discussion board and reply to it, kind of like what we've been doing before in class, where we've been answering questions and then replying to another student's response. And then that's all I have for the activity. It's pretty straightforward, and I think you guys will like the videos. They were pretty entertaining. And that's it. Thanks for listening.